That's it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This
Can
is
you hear
Alicia
me?
Allen. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This is Alicia Allen.
Yes, hi, Miss Allen.
Hi.
And I'm here with Margaret Evans.
Okay.
And we had an appointment today at
Hello.
9:30.
Okay.
And we're just waiting for instructions.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are we waiting for others to join the meeting, ma'am?
Oh, not on my end. I'm not sure.
Oh, are you in here for the meeting also?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry. You're,
No, it's
I'm sorry.
okay. I thought you were like Camilla Davis or whoever. I don't know. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
no,
so
I'm
you got a
here for
house
them.
also, and you needed to speak to someone too.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I see. Is your name Miss
Yes,
Joy?
ma'am. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
I'm
just see
Miss
other
Allen.
names on here. Yeah, I think we just supposed to
Yeah,
wait on somebody.
I live in another state, so I actually just woke up to this email and I'm like, wait, I gotta join what at 9:30? It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely looking like, okay, what's going on? But okay, I'm here.
Yeah, me too. Now I see we'll say room 514, so we in the right meeting room.
Mhm.
See
You
my
guys just join by phone as well as or the video.
Yeah, because when I just read the email they just sent me, they said that someone's gonna come on and then we're gonna able to join the meeting when they click on there. So we in the right
Oh,
place.
okay.
Yeah, so we just waiting on them pretty much.
Hmm.
Because I see they got Eastern time and they got other times in other states on here too.
Hmm.
They just got you in the wrong area. See, where I'm at is 9:31.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, 6 in the morning here. 6:31 actually.
Oh goodness. I barely made out of bed for this one. I'm just
Yeah, look, my neighbor's dog was barking and kind of woke me up, and I just happened to check my emails. I'm glad I did.
I'm happy you did too. I really am.
Yes,
Yeah, so we like I said, we just waiting on somebody and
this is crazy.
I know, baby.
Mm. From a headache of a tenant.
Mm. Yeah, you got a house in
Crazy.
Ohio, in Cleveland.
Yeah, in Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and this one, this is actually my previous house that I was living in before I moved in. I mean, she was a nightmare.
Mm. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I guess we just gonna be on here until they, hit
Feel
us.
like joining.
All right. Yeah, but I'm still gonna be on here. I'm just gonna check my email. But if you hear anybody on your
Okay.
end, just let me know. My name is
Okay.
Evans.
And what's your name?
Margaret Evans,
What you
Miss
say your
Evans.
name was? Margaret. Okay,
Evans,
Evan.
Miss Evans. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not going nowhere. I'm just stepping out just for a minute so I can get something else together.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah. We'll work as a team while we on here because I see it's like one more other person in here with us. But
Mhm.
the big people ain't got on here yet. I don't think.
Right.
But 9:30 is not our 9:30. We're waiting on their 9:30.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. That's something like when they say like it. So I guess whatever.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I know.
Mm.
Yeah, but they got like about, if I'm not mistaken, I think I seen 15, 20 dockets. So I don't know if we have to wait in order or,
Well, where are you
course at
looking at
last
that
minute.
at?
They sent it to me in an email.
Where? Oh, okay. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I could believe it because I didn't
You
get this
they
in the
sent it to
mail.
you in an email that was attached to this link.
Yep, yep. Oh, and that was a couple
Okay.
days ago. Because they said
Hmm.
they sent it in the mail. I never received it in the mail, and I'm happy they sent it by email, or I would have never known about this.
Yeah.
So I'm
Hmm.
happy
Okay.
that,
Oh, I see the docket now. It's attached to the
yep. So if you click on there, it'll let you know your case and everybody else's case numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is like public record, so just anybody can see. So,
I see it now.
oh, you see it now. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Mm.
Matter of fact, let me email her back and let her know that we on here and we got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to show email
Yeah, I'm looking at the email now. Or the docket rather.
her. Yeah, I'm just sending her an email to let her know that, there's a couple of us on
That
here
we
already
here
and we're
waiting.
just waiting. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Um.
This is
So
secretary. Hmm.
what was your issues for yours?
I just needed to fix on a home and need some more time because they had find a
Mm-hmm.
home
Oh,
for the
okay.
outside, like the peeling of the paint and it needs some windows and stuff like that. So I just need more time so I
Oh,
can finish
okay.
the project.
Oh,
So they
yeah,
won't
same
find
with
me
me.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just sent her an email, which is Carmela Davis. She executive
Yeah.
secretary. She the one just sent me the email. So I just sent her an email to
Mm-hmm.
let her know that we're on here, a couple of us on here already, and we're just waiting.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you want her name and
Thank
number,
you
I
for
have
that,
it
honey,
also.
because okay.
Would you like her name and
It's in
number?
an email, right? Let me
No, I
see.
don't know because it's two different
No.
emails. The first one
Oh,
don't have her
okay.
name and
Well,
number.
I'll just write it down.
Yeah,
Okay, let me see. What
just
is
in
it?
case we get disconnected or anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes they
Mm-hmm.
said this web stuff, it might be disconnected and they'll give us another date. So I just want to have you have some type of proof that, we was on here.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, that's no problem. Her name is
Um,
Carmela.
Carmela, right?
Yep. Her name, first name Carmela. Last name is
Mm-hmm.
Davis.
Davis. Okay.
And
And
she
what's her
executive,
number?
she executive secretary. And her number
Okay.
is two one
Yep.
six
Mm-hmm.
664 two
Mm-hmm.
four one eight.
2418. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, girl. Because I'm
Um,
still half asleep.
Me too. Don't worry.
I got 2 hours before I wake my son up for school. I'm just like, how did I wake up to this?
Well, I'm trying.
Honey.
My birthday was yesterday, so I kind of cut it a little bit short so I
Oh,
can wake up
happy
this
belated
morning.
birthday.
Thank you. And it was not easy.
All right.
So I'm working on it, but I'm about
Well,
to give you
happy
her email
belated.
too. I'm about to give you her
Okay,
email
I'm
just in
ready
case.
for it.
So
I'm
that will
ready
be
for
her
it.
first initial C Davis
Mm-hmm.
at clevelandohio.gov.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case we get
Cleveland is
disconnected.
spelled out the whole word, or is it abbreviated, please?
No, it's C Davis at clevelandohio.gov.
Okay, at Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to
Okay,
have
thank
it just
you.
in case. Because we
Mm-hmm.
got
Yeah, you
1,
never know.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's your name or your company?
So I'm Alicia Allen. So my house is
Oh, I see you
East
on here. I see your name
147.
on here. Your name on the
Mm-hmm.
docket. Yeah, Miss Alicia at
Yeah.
yahoo.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah,
So we,
what state are you in?
I'm in Cleveland. I'm in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. So that's why I said my time is already the right time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I'm here in Cleveland. So, but I see it's only what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that I see that's on the
On
docket for
silent
there.
or airplane mode.
Thank you.
Wow. I got you the email, but it ain't the invitation.
Well, he's on, so that's good.
It should be,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not sure what you're seeing, Mr. Bradley, but we can't do it. We're gonna figure it out later.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so now this needs to,
Share.
I'm going here.
It's actually in the middle.
Oh.
And then yeah, I believe it's Microsoft Edge. It opened the PDF in Microsoft Edge. So you could just share that, just display it on there,
So I will do this.
and then hit share. It's like that white button. Then so now it shows. You can do this. So now it shows, before it was cut off.
Right. Oh.
And you just navigate on. You can also you got it.
That was weird.
It's actually something under this.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Please
morning.
mute your microphones until your docket is called. When your docket is called, you're gonna give your name and your relationship to the property, whether you are the owner, property manager, or the attorney for the owners. Joy Griggs, after the hearing, I need you to call me. I've been trying to reach you. Okay, Mr. Chairman, we can begin with the preamble.
Okay, in compliance with notification requirements of Ohio's open meeting laws, section 101.021 of the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1976. Notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and
Heather, 1 second, Mr. Gallagher. Heather, I need you to mute your mic.
have we got it now? Oh, there's a reverb.
Ward 15, please mute your mic.
My mic's been muted.
It's she's getting another.
Do you have two devices on? We're getting a real bad echo.
I think she's good.
All right, sorry about that, Mr. Chairman. You can go ahead and proceed.
Okay, all boards and commissions under the purview of the city planning department conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting has the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Call-in users can unmute by using *6. All meeting activities being recorded by way of the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed by way of YouTube. All requests to speak on a particular matter by way of our website and email have been considered. We have also received emails from those who have provided written comment on a particular matter. Mr. Jacobson?
Mr. Chairman, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Preliminarily, the live stream, can we verify that the live stream is on and functioning?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Miss-
And Mr. Chairman, as the Law Department has done since these public meetings have gone virtual and are hybrid, law states its objection to the use of the chat function. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jacobson. Ms. Davis?
Mr. Bradley,
Yeah, here.
Mr. Maschke,
Here.
Mr. Dink,
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here. We have a quorum, right?
Yes, we do. We have a quorum.
Okay, then we'll start the meeting. The first docket was building docket A 22623, 5404 Broadway Avenue. It has been rescheduled. So building docket A 24223, 12209 Corlett Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance issued on August 29th of 2023. Appeal was received September 25th, 2023. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover. Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the attorney, or his or her representative, please state your name for the record.
Good morning. Mike Ricky, attorney for Field Grove LLC.
Okay, Mr. Ricky, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proceed.
Prior to making any statements, it's my understanding that my client has made all repairs to the premises and that the violation has since been closed.
Okay, I could go over to the city if that's all you have to say for the moment.
It is.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Bear with me 1 second. Let me pull that up. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, our records do indicate that there was inspection made on the premises 11/9/23, and the violation notice was closed.
Okay, do we need a date for today to clear it, or are we okay?
No, Mr. Chairman, I would recommend granting time till today.
Till today, okay, so motion is in order for, today, April, 24th, 2024, to abate all violations. Motion,
So moved.
moved by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Denk.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Hey, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks, Mr. Ricky. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you for your time.
Okay, next docket is, building docket A 247238003 Cedar Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is fire damage, issued on September 7th of 2023. Appeal was received October 4th of 2023, requesting 6 months to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record. Mr. Reynolds, please come up here, please. And could you repeat your name again?
George Winters.
Mr. Chairman, we have George Winters here in person.
Okay, Mr. Winters, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know.
Mr.
what
Chair,
Yes.
Chairman, as a preliminary matter, Mr. Winter, what is your connection to GGW Enterprises?
Can you speak up a little bit for us?
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, did you hear the question and the answer?
Yeah, I think he said he's the owner.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Jacobson, you okay?
Yes, I'm okay with that. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, and let us know, what your plans are.
Yes.
Well, the reason why I asked for the appeal is because when the tornado came through, it knocked my power out. And they were telling me like 30 days to restore power, up to 30 days. So that's the only reason why I came in and asked for appeal. I mean, for more time.
Okay, so, how much more time do you need?
I actually hired a contractor to do all the work. He couldn't make it down here, but 60 days.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, we don't object to 60 days.
but with no further extensions. This fire's been a year ago. And there is a permit to replace the windows and make the corrections, but there hasn't been inspections on that in almost 6 months now.
Okay,
So the last inspection was November 27th. So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, you're dangerously close to your permit being closed as invalid because of lack of activity on the project.
okay. So if you get on it right away and you got 60 days, as you had requested to abate the violation, so that would be a motion for June 24th, 2024 to abate all violations with no further extensions. Motion.
So
Moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, you'll be notified within 2 weeks.
Please reach out to your inspector as soon as possible.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thanks. I don't know who my inspector is.
It should be on your.
It's on the permit.
Okay,
Keith Gudot.
all right, thank you.
Okay, next docket, A 26923 12708 Larchmere Boulevard.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is no permits issued on September 12th of 2023. Appeal statement was received October 9th of 2023, requesting for 6 months to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Please come to the table if you're in person. And could you repeat your name for us, please?
My name is Marie Rose Andriati.
Okay, that's Ms. Angelotti.
Andriati, A-N-D-R-I-A-B-I.
Okay, Angelotti. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
A permit has been obtained for boarding up the storefront pending glass replacement. The permit was issued last week.
Okay.
The citation was for boarding up without a permit. I was told by the inspector that what is required is a boarding up permit.
Okay. And how much time do you need to abate the violation?
Has the violation not been cured by obtaining a permit? That
No.
was the violation.
Oh, that's the only part of the violation? I thought I heard something about.
Yes, the only violation was the boarding up without a permit.
Okay, let me go over to Mr. Vanover.
Yeah, so Mr. Chairman, the permit was, this is a city planning district, and so the board up does require planning approval. It appears that that is what the violation notice was issued for, and that permit has been issued. My question is, moving forward, what work is taking place inside the building? What is the plan going forward?
Sure. The plan going forward is to replace the glass and to replace also the plate of the steel lintel, which in the context of the glass being broken has become apparent that needs to be addressed as well. The property is going through the storefront renovation program process, and a contractor has been selected, but pending submittal of a full package for the storefront renovation program. The contract has not been signed because it has to be endorsed first. The contractor that pulled the permit for the boarding up is Midstate Restoration, and they are most likely going to be the ones addressing the lintel situation and doing this glass replacement. That's the plan.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, so the violation notice that is before the board at this time has been satisfied by the permit to board that was issued. And for the record, that permit was applied for 4/19 and was issued on 4/19. So the violation notice has been satisfied at this point. So we would ask that we would recommend that the board grant time until today. And I will communicate with the inspector to make sure that the violation notice is closed.
Okay, very good.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
quick discussion, and through the chair to Ms. Andriotti. What is your relationship to the ownership of the property? It's owned by Bauhaus Investments LLC?
Yes, I'm the managing partner of Bauhaus Investments LLC.
Okay, I just wanted to
speaking. Yes.
clarify that for the record. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so motion is in order for 4/24/2024 to abate the violations. Motion,
So moved.
okay, moved by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Denk.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, notice to be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
You're done. Thank you.
Okay, next docket is building docket A 27423 12701 Shaker Boulevard. That motion has been, that has been withdrawn. So, that docket's withdrawn. Building docket A 33723-23, is 7812 Euclid Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is hazardous conditions issued on September 22nd of 2023. Appeal was received October 17, 2023. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
Kelly Sullivan, pastor of New Life at Calvary Church, also Calvary Presbyterian Church.
Okay, Ms. Sullivan, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what plans are.
So we have a general contractor by the name of Absolute Roofing. They have submitted permits. One I have here is dated March 5th. Well, both of them are dated March 5th. They have 2 permits. We also have a meeting tomorrow. Our architect, the HET architectural firm, has a meeting tomorrow with Landmark Office to do the presentation. I just received yesterday a copy of the presentation. I can share my screen if you all would like me to, that shows what they're going to be presenting tomorrow. But basically, they have subcontracted. You see the blue tarp area right there in the lower left-hand corner. They're going to be fixing the stone. Ram Construction is already fixing the stone so that once the stone is fixed, they can begin fixing the roof. But the architect will explain that in more detail with the Landmark Commission tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, we have a record of 1 permit being issued. Do you have, to the appellate, do you have the permit number for the second permit?
So the first permit is B2-302-5904. And then the next one is B2-3033-193.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Bear with me a moment. Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, be advised that the second permit was submitted as 7820 Euclid.
Oh, well, that's our address as well. We have two addresses.
It just
Oh,
gets
no,
confusing when you have
that's,
multiple permits that are, so just be advised. So that,
Oh, that is the wrong address. Our addresses, we have two addresses, but only one of these is them. I'll double check with our contractor to make sure. Do they go down and make the correction or something?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll let them know.
So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, there are two permits issued on the property, but you say you have to make a presentation to landmarks?
Yes, well, not me personally, but our architect is Hiti DeFrancisco and Seibold. They will be making a presentation according to this email that I have. It is tomorrow at 9:30.
Interesting. Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, there are two permits in place by the roofing company. You can see the work is extensive. I mean, the damage is extensive. And so we would ask that you remand it to the Department of Building and Housing. With the permits being in place, they will follow the requirements of the Ohio Building Code. And the timeframes needed to correct the work will follow the Ohio Administrative Code and the Building Code.
Okay,
But we need to also be able to make sure that work is progressing because it is a hazardous condition and it obviously dangerous.
okay. All right, so a motion is, oh, go ahead.
Can you define what that means to remand it?
Mr. Chairman, if I may?
Yes, yes.
So,
please.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, with, under the Ohio Administrative Code, once a plan approval and a building and a permit has been issued, you're granted a license to do the work as long as the work is progressing. And remanding it back to the Department of Building and Housing allows us to monitor the progression of the work under the building permit.
Okay.
Whereas assigning an extension of time would prohibit any action by the department if work stopped or if there was just a failure to continue.
Okay.
So what the remanded it back to the department does not prohibit you from following your building permits and continuing the work and getting it completed.
Okay.
Okay, so a motion is in order to remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action following the state code. And well, that's it. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. All right, notification will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket, building docket A 361-23, 14921 Kinsman Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation of interior and exterior maintenance issued on September 25th, 2023. Appeal was received October 25th, 2023, requesting for 60 days to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vandover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
Jeremy Waller.
Sir, could you please come to the table? If you are in person, just come to the table when your docket is called. Could you re-say your name for me, please?
Johnny Waller Senior.
Did you hear that, Mr. Chairman?
I did, yes. Mr. Wallace solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
We had, in the beginning, when the inspector came out, it was two things that was wrong. And, what happened was the tenant was being evicted. And so, before he left, he, destroyed the property. He bought in, 5 or 6 dogs, and they, tore the place up. I got some pictures here that will show what they did. Well, I showed the inspector who came out. It took me a while to go through the eviction part because of, service was not being made. So, we have just, we had to go back and put floors in. We had to do a whole lot more to the place. But there's, when the inspector came out, it's just 2 things that was left for me to do. I had to put a plug in, and I had a, hole in the ceiling. So that's where we at now. I mean, that was taken care of a couple days ago, the hole in the ceiling and the plug.
Okay, so how much more do you have to do?
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
The rest is just some stuff we had to just do just because of the damage that was done.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, to Ms. Davis, can I verify that the address on the notice of violation is actually 14925 Kinsman Road?
Through the chair to Mr. Vanover. That is correct. It states 14925 Kinsman Road, apartment number 2.
Okay.
It also
Thank you.
has an AKA of 14921 Kinsman Road.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Chairman, we do have, this property was inspected for an update for this BBS hearing. It does not show compliance. We would ask that, based on testimony, that no more than 30 days be granted for reinspection and verification. Also identifying that there's a certificate of disclosure was applied for and issued in February of this year, indicating a desire to sell the property. So we would ask for no more than 30 days to extension.
Mr. Waller,
Yes,
that you can complete that in 30 days?
yes, I can.
Okay, motion is,
Mr. Chairman, small discussion, and through the chair to Mr. Waller, is that unit occupied?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I wanted to clarify that.
No, it's not occupied at all.
Okay, thank you.
okay, very good. So motion is in order for May 24th, 30 days, 2024 to abate the violation.
So moved.
Motion, motion by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Housing docket A 231-23, 3855 East 147th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is rental registration and interior and exterior maintenance. Issued on September 1st of 2023. Appeal was received September 15th of 2023. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney or representatives please state your name for the record?
Hi, I'm Alicia Allen.
Okay, Ms. Allen solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
So my plans for this property, I do want to fix all the violations. I did go forth with updating the rental registration. And I do live out of state, so it's been a little hard for me to get to the property to make the necessary changes, but I do have that set in order to do so. I think I'll be in town May 10th. So I plan on, making the necessary changes to that property, which is replacing carpet, painting, and updating windows. And that was pretty much it. But as far as this property, this was my previous home before I relocated out of state. And the tenant that was living in there, the house was in great condition. Um, this tenant, she broke windows, the carpet is filthy. I have photos to submit that as well. So everything that was noted in this violation was done by the tenant over a course of the 3 years that she stayed into the property. So I do just need a little time to update those things and, get it squared away.
How much time do you think you need?
I would say like another 60 days. Like I said, I do live out of town. I'm in Nevada. So it's been hard for me, to get back and forth to Cleveland to work hands-on with this property. I do have a child that's in school, so I plan to come in town once school is out to, mainly focus on getting the necessary things updated.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, this notice of violation was opened in August of last year. And so we are already we're 7 months into it. The City of Cleveland rental legislation and laws require that there be a local agent or local custodian of the property, whether it be the owner or whether it be somebody assigned. So while I empathize with the fact that the appellate lives out of town, not everybody has the capability and the wherewithal to be a landlord. But if you're going to be a landlord in the city of Cleveland, the expectation is that the property is maintained and that there's a local agent in charge to take care of the work. We don't object to 60 days to this, but we ask no further extensions. And as the appellate must understand that whether she lives in town or out of town, if you're going to be a landlord in the city of Cleveland, there's an expectation that the property is maintained. Tenants have a tendency to do what tenants do. That's the business. So this was started as a complaint that came from the tenant. We conducted the inspections, found that violations existed, and without getting into the weeds, not all of the violations were tenant caused. So we ask no more extensions after 60 days and that the applicant dedicates a local agent in charge to maintain the property in her absence.
Okay, so you understand all of that, Miss Allen?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, so the motion is in order to grant to June 24th, 60 days, 2024, to abate all the violations and to appoint someone as a guardian over the property that is here locally. Motion is in order. Moved by Mr. Bradley.
Second.
Okay, second by Mr. Maschke.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out
Mr.
within 2
Chairman.
weeks. Yes.
We ask that no further extensions be added to the resolution.
Okay, we will add that to the resolution. That is what you had requested. No further extensions beyond the 60 days. So we can re-motion that, Mr. Bradley.
Yes.
And I think we did, Mr.
Second.
Maschke. Okay.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket is housing docket A 24123, 11218 Linnet Avenue. That has been withdrawn. And the next docket is A 24923, 1935 West 48th Street. That has also been withdrawn. We move on to the next docket, A 268-23, 9712 Ewell Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is hazardous conditions issued on September 21st of 2023. Appeal was received September 25th of 2023, requesting for 1 year to abate the violations. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Margaret Evans.
Okay, Miss Evans, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
My plans was to fix on all the violations that was presented to me, the windows, the roof, and all the, just do the violations as best as I can.
Okay, how much time do you need?
About a year.
Okay, generally, that is a lengthy time, but I'm gonna go over to Mr. Vanover and get his take on this.
So, Mr. Chairman, this property has, this is the second open violation notice on this. There's an additional violation notice from 2022. And Mr. Shockley from our Senior Initiative Program has been engaged in the process and issued the hazardous condition. The Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, do you live in this home?
Yes.
And has Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, has Inspector Shockley provided you with contact with the Senior Initiative Program and any way to find resources to assist with this? Because this is pretty substantial and dangerous for you to be living there.
I have applications for the agent, and I talked to Mr. Shockley on 4/22. So I'm trying to just work with fixing on the violations. I made appointments to have people come out to check on the windows and the roofing contractors I got in touch with, trying to do until they can come out
And Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, have you, excuse me, have you looked into alternate housing?
No, sir.
So, Mr. Chairman, as a general rule, for senior initiative cases, and we're working to assist our seniors, Inspector Shockley, hazardous condition violation notices are issued in lieu of condemnation notices. Simply because when a property is condemned, there are no resources available, but there may be resources available for if it's a hazardous condition. Based on the record and based on the photographs before us, I do believe this is dangerous. and dangerous to be, you know, for the owner and for the people living there. We don't object to a very limited amount of time, but with the understanding that either there's a very quick process to, if there are resources available to assist with the renovations, or there's a real possibility that the occupant may have to find alternate housing.
I think in a case like this, maybe it's better if we remand it back to, because Mr. Shockley's working on it, to remand it back to the Division of Building and Housing. Do you think that might be a better move, Mr. Vanover?
I do, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, motion by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes, notification will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket, housing docket A, 270-23, 12800 Cadill Avenue.
This docket has been withdrawn, Mr. Chairman.
Very good, thank you. Okay, moving on, the next docket is A 273-23, 1329 West 61st Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is no permit, stop work order, and exterior maintenance. Issued on September 13th and October 4th of 2023. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Billing Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
John Loudy.
And what is your relationship to the property?
I'm the owner. It was I originally had it purchased it through LLC, and now it's in my name personally.
Okay, Mr. Loudy, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
So I had purchased the property in August, and there was a violation for the front porch. And so it was in pretty bad shape, obviously. So I started doing some of the work and was working with the inspector to try to get the permit. I applied for the permit, and that hasn't been approved, or I'm not sure if they approved the zoning. So I was able to get rid of the obstruction so that there wasn't any damage to the neighbors' properties or to my property. So now just since the weather's nicer, I'm looking to get my permit and finish it.
How much more time do you think you need?
Well, based on the permit department, I would say at least 90 to 120 days. It takes 30 days sometimes to even get to communicate with them.
Okay. All right, Mr. Vanover?
So, Mr. Chairman, the application was submitted. There was an adjudication order issued in January, and there is yet to be a response to the adjudication order. So this is a no permit stop work. So we would ask that, it appears that he's in the process, but he has to respond to the adjudication order. As I've said, we haven't gotten any response to that. So we would ask that you remand it. He can still continue to respond to the adjudication order, get the permit, and complete the work. But we ask that the order be upheld.
Where was the adjudication order sent to? How was that communicated to me?
It was sent to JLAUDI122@yahoo.com.
Did you say 122 or just 22? I'm sorry. JLoudy22 at Yahoo.
That is correct.
Because I never.
LAUDI.
I either didn't receive it or I didn't understand how to download it because I received an email link where I was put on a website. I paid a $20 fee. So I assumed that was taking care of it. So I just need a copy of whatever the adjudication order is, and I'll get that in order. Obviously.
Okay, so typically it's both emailed and it would have been snail mailed to you, but you can go on the same website that you paid the $20 fee, and there is and you can open up the attachments and see it.
I tried that many times. So can I go and get a copy from the permit department?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mr.
So
Chairman?
Absolutely.
Sorry, sir. Mr. Chairman, discussion.
Go ahead.
Because the appeal was filed by Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC, that's a different entity. And now Mr. Loudy is appealing this in his personal capacity. So we would need this changed. The board would not be able to rule on this because this is not the right appellant.
I am the owner of Akron.
I know,
if
sir,
that's
but,
okay.
but the law looks at them as two different entities. Unless you're here representing Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC.
I also represent, I don't know what the technicality is, but yeah, when I purchased the home, the violation, I guess, switched over to the company's name, but then I switched it in my personal name and pulled the permit in my personal name.
All right, sir. And so, Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Vanover, would the violation notice be in the company's name, sir, or Mr. Loudy's name?
So, Mr. Chairman to council, yes, so the violation notice was issued to the company's name.
Okay.
And, and then this is typical because if it's corporately owned, it requires a contractor. And so it gets people have a tendency to switch it into their personal name so that they can pull homeowners permits. Mr. Chairman, at any rate, we are going to ask that you deny more time and remand it back to the department and allow the building code, the residential building code to take over for timelines and for dates. So at any rate, we would ask that you either deny more time and remand it for that purpose, or if it's the council, decides that the appellant doesn't have the authority to speak on this behalf, we would ask that you still deny it and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, go ahead.
Before that, any motion is made, Heather, you probably need to log out and reconnect if you're having issues with your volume. She is council representation for Ward 15, and she wanted to give testimony today, but we're having issue with her microphone.
Ms. Davis,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay, thank you. I think I was logged in twice. Very excited to attend this meeting, so I must have logged in twice by mistake. So
Okay.
I think it's been fixed.
I want you to hold up for just a second. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swear you in, okay?
Thank you.
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Back in, let's see, September 20th of 2023 is when the council office first received word from a very watchful resident within the community about the activities at this property. And since then, he has been communicating with Building and Housing, as well as the council office, requesting inspections and just the oversight of the work being done at this property. The resident on, let's see, Friday, April 19th, submitted a letter to the council office that I would just like to read on his behalf, for the benefit of the board this morning. He writes, "I may sound like a broken record, but I can't understand why some people don't think that the law applies to them. I noticed work occurring at 1329 West 61st Street in September 2023 after the property apparently sold at a private auction last month. I cannot confirm that. This particular home was in rough shape and in desperate need of a new owner and investment. I'm not against people coming in to fix up the aging homes in our city. In fact, it is a welcome sign that folks from outside of Cleveland want to invest money in the homes in our neighborhood. However, when I noticed work being haphazardly completed last fall, I became concerned. When work occurs without permits, it is often the subsequent home buyer who loses, not to mention the neighboring residents who must suffer through an unprofessional construction period. As the new owner was cited here, work continued in a dangerous and irregular manner. I sent photos of the messy construction site as work progressed without permits. Debris was everywhere after they ripped off the first and second story porches without concern for the structural integrity of the home. The sidewalk was frequently blocked or littered with debris. This was an unsafe environment for the neighbors. Investors need to learn that we care about our community and every home that sits on our streets. I want the best for the forthcoming homeowner or renter that lives here, and the only way to ensure a fair chance for them is to enforce the rules. Thank you for your diligence in this matter. So thank you for allowing me to read that.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Loudy, we are going to make a motion.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Jacobson.
No, this is Vishnu, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I would suggest the appeal is moot, again, because Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC is an entity that does not appear to be dissolved. Mr. Loudy is a separate individual, so ruling on this would really be moot. This is not the right entity, so that's for your consideration, sir. The entity does not, Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC does not own this property anymore. I acknowledge it's the same owner, but this is a different appellant in front of the board.
Mr. Chairman, we actually object to that characterization. Akron Cleveland Construction Group, the entity that the violation notice was issued to, whether they own it or not, are still responsible for the notice of violation, and they still have appeal rights even after transfer because they are responsible for the notice of violation that was issued. The question is whether or not Mr. Loudy is representing himself or if he's representing the company Akron Cleveland Construction. I don't know what documents he's provided for that purpose, but Akron Cleveland Construction is responsible for compliance with this notice of violation, regardless of whether they transferred it, sold it, or dumped it in any other means. So the notice of violation was issued to Akron Cleveland Construction, care of John Loudy. So I think it's just a matter of clarifying which capacity Mr. Loudy is appearing. If he's appearing as the president or owner of Akron Cleveland Construction, they are still responsible for this notice of violation through this transfer and any others after this until it's satisfied.
Mr. Chairman, if I could interject, this is Dan Jacobson from Law. To the chairman, the issue date of the violation notice was September 13th, 2023. At that time, Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC was the titled property. So the violation notice before us today was properly issued. Since then, the property did transfer in October of 23. However, and through the chair to Mr. Loudy, it's my understanding, Mr. Loudy, that you are here today representing, or you're here on behalf of the LLC?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And for the record, Mr. Loudy, there's some confusion about your email address and contact information.
Okay.
Can you provide that on the record, a valid mailing address perhaps?
Yes.
And then going forward, an accurate email address, just as a method of communication between you and the city.
Awesome.
So we have that conduit.
Great. Yes, please.
Okay. And to clarify, the violation notice before us today was issued September 13th, 23, and at that time, the property was owned by Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC.
Well, yeah, the violation notice was the previous owner had a violation. That's when the notice was, I inherited the violation. It was redirected to my company in September, yes. But I
Mr.
didn't-
Chairman,
Yes,
the previous violation notice was for exterior maintenance issues. This violation is for work without a permit and stop work. So this wasn't a transferred or inherited violation. This is a new violation notice issued to Akron Cleveland Construction.
okay. That's
So
what we have.
that being said, we would ask for a ruling that Mr. Loudy is here representing Akron Cleveland Construction Group as their president or owner, and that the notice was properly issued. And at that point, we ask you to deny any more time and remand it and allow the Residential Code of Ohio and the timelines for response and for action take place under the Ohio Administrative Code.
Okay, so Mr. Loudy has, under oath, said that he is here representing Akron Cleveland Construction Group LLC. So we're going to take him as his word that that is what he's here to do. And so we'll find that it was properly issued, and the motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of building and housing for any further action. Motion?
Can I make any comment on that?
Yes,
So,
go ahead.
I did with the weather involved, and I did everything that I'm supposed to do to try to fix this and get it in order, applied everything. So why wouldn't I be given more time to, now that the weather's broke, to fix it?
You've got time. You do have time. You can go ahead and proceed. We're not taking your time away.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I want to be clear that Akron Cleveland LLC nor Mr. Loudy have been cited for the conditions, the deteriorated conditions of the property. That's not what is before us. What is before us is that they started work on the property without a permit and they were issued a stop work order. So the time it takes to fix it is what's before us is that the permit has to be issued. The adjudication order has to be responded to. No further work can take place until those things are completed under the law. So this is not a matter of completing the construction. It's a matter of legally completing the application, getting the permit, and getting it inspected.
I understand. So also, just the work order, when he said stop work order, there was no work being done. And the only work that was done was to make sure that the house was, that nothing fell from the roof and hurt one of the neighbors or anyone else's property. And I was given permission by the inspector to secure the property. So there was no work done after any stop work order, and there was no work done without a permit that wasn't approved. So just.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, so that's a different discussion than more time.
Patty. Mr. Chairman, you have a motion on the table that you haven't seconded before your discussion.
Yeah, we can do that. Motion is on the table.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank. Go ahead and proceed talking.
Mr. Bradley?
But don't take the vote yet. Hold up on the vote.
Okay.
We just wanted to get the motion on the floor here. And then whoever wants something to say, go ahead and say before we take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, we object that no work was done prior to the permit being issued. They were cited for work without a permit. And from the photos that we're looking at, there's obviously new framing in the structure. So we can debate that, but we would ask that that notice be properly issued. It's obvious that there was construction work and demolition work done before a permit was approved.
So we're going to go by what it says, that it was properly issued. And so that's what you'll have to follow, Mr. Loudy.
Okay.
So we're going to take the vote now. Ms. Davis?
Mr. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you. Okay, next docket, housing docket A 322-23.
To who?
3865 West 16th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance. No permits. Issued on October 5th of 2023. Appeal statement was received on October 16, 2023, requesting for 10 months to abate the violation. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Gary G. Habib.
Okay, could you sit here, please?
Mr. Habib?
Yes.
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and you can let us know what your plans are.
Okay, well, it took me 6 weeks to get the people out of the property. They completely trashed the inside. It was in beautiful shape when they moved in. It was trash when they moved out. Like I say, it took 6 weeks to get them out. It took 2 months to fumigate, clean the place, get rid of the roaches, get rid of the mice. It's been completely painted. I'm almost done with the property. I need maybe 60 days and it'll be completely done. That's
Okay.
inside and outside.
Did you get a permit?
Yes, I got the permits.
Okay, all
Want
right.
to see it?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna go over to the building official, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, I have, our records indicate that last week, an application was made for permits and it's under zoning review. I do not have any records of any open permits at this address. So I would like those numbers, the permit number, just in case it's a bad address.
Okay, Mr. Habib?
Yes.
You can go ahead and give that number on the permit.
All right, 3 permits here. H230272996.
H23027, can you say that again?
H230272996.
Okay.
The next permit, B like in boy, 23027294.
Okay, and the third?
P like in Paul, 23027298. And there's one more permit.
Okay. What
You
is
ready?
that number? Yes.
E like in Edward, 23027299.
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, for the record, those permits are issued for 3863 West 16th.
We got 65 on here, 3865.
Yes, and so, Mr. Chairman, at this stage, with the permits being in place, we don't object to 60 days to comply.
Okay, very good. Motion is in order to give till June 24th, 60 days, 2024 to abate all violations. Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, housing docket A 323-23 16413 Laverne Avenue. I believe this one here is also withdrawn.
The other door.
Okay. Housing docket A 413-23 3309 East 146th Street has also been withdrawn. We're gonna move to adjudication order building docket A 124966 East 146th Street.
Application and fees are in order. This is an adjudication order that was issued on December 12th of 2023. Appeal was received January 1st of 2024. We originally heard this docket on March 27th of 2024. It was rescheduled for today's hearing. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record. Mr. Chairman, I do not see anyone representative. Is it for Micah?
There's no attorneys on or anyone?
Or Mr. Rubin? No, I do not see them here today.
Okay. Mr. Vanover, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Jacobson?
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman, again to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket number?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And to the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with the hearing and its ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Vanover?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this one, this was a matter of an existing adult group home that had changed the use for the portion of their building to a daycare, and were seeking to change it back, but did not meet the requirements at that point. They left us with, they left us stating that they were going to reach out to the state of Ohio for, to see how they can get licensed and if their licensure can take place. To my knowledge and through our records, we have not had a communication back from them. So we would ask that you rule that the adjudication order was properly issued, and that and remand it back to the department, which would still allow them to complete any investigation they need.
Okay. So we'll rule that the adjudication order was properly issued and the motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Okay, the next docket is a building docket under lead, docket A 243-23, 1779 East 35th Street.
Application of,
Hold on, East 31st Street, I think I said 5th, East 31st Street.
application and fees are in order. The notice of violation is a notice of deficient lead inspection report. Appeal was received on August 29th of 2023. I'm sorry, the appeal was received September 28th of 2023. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Good morning, Mike Heller. I am the certified lead technician who performed the inspection. I am also an attorney, although I'm not necessarily here in that capacity. I'm here as the lead technician. Now, having said that, before we proceed, and I'm sorry, I have 3 cases. Is this 1779 East 31st Street?
It is, but I want you to
Okay,
hold up a minute because I got to swear you in before you go on.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Okay, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Okay, I would like to dismiss this particular case because we've subsequently obtained the certification.
Okay, that being said, let's go over to Mr. Vanover on this one.
So, Mr. Chairman, just to clarify, is it the request for a dismissal or a request to withdraw?
The terminology, I am not sure. Either or, quite honestly, withdraw. We did, before this came to hearing today, we were able to, we had challenged whether there was a deficiency, and it was corrected working with the building and housing. And so they did in fact issue the certificate. So this appeal is moot. So whatever terminology, dismiss, withdraw.
Mr. Heller, you're probably, rather than having to jump through more hoops to just withdraw it, I think would be,
That's fine.
and if you want more or talk to somebody about what's better to do, but that's what I would recommend, but, you can go ahead and make your own choice on this.
Okay, withdraw is fine.
Chairman.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, for discussion purposes,
Yes.
the violation notice or the report letter for the property on 1779 East 31st Street was issued to Yan Rong and Moon May. Those are the appellants. I'm just questioning if through the chair to Ms. Davis, if there's any authority for Mr. Heller to act on behalf of the property owners today.
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, at the time of the filing, Mr. Heller presented to the board that he was acting in capacity of their attorney and not as their lead assessor. So those are the grounds on which we accepted the appeal as a formal appeal.
Okay, I guess I forgot that. So I am in that capacity then. I apologize for saying I wasn't.
And then again, to the chairman, to Mr. Heller or Attorney Heller, law would state an objection as far as standing to act on behalf of this, and or a potential conflict of interest with the rules of professional conduct.
I'm not sure what your conflict would be, but can we, so you're saying I don't have authority to withdraw this, or can we continue it to the next docket date, and I will have the homeowners either appear or provide authority. I'm just not clear on the procedures here.
All
And
right.
again, through the chairman, I'm just, it appears that Mike Heller did the lead clearance report, and/or is acting on behalf of the appellant. So there are some Ohio rules of professional conduct that may be involved here. I would ask that these either be postponed or reheard at a later date until both Mr. Heller and the board could clarify the parties' roles.
All right, let me go over to
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Vanover. Let me go over to Mr. Vanover for just a second here, and I want to get his opinion on how this is going down, because I know Mr. Heller has been in front of us before with a whole bunch of these, and representing them. He was the only one that was representing each, and I think he's going to be representing the next two, I believe. And I'm hearing what you're saying, Mr. Jacobson, and that may be the best move, but Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, for the case before us, in respecting Mr. Jacobson's clarification that if the question at hand is whether or not Mr. Heller has the authority to file the appeal, putting that aside, if the appeal is for this case, I don't see an issue with withdrawing if the ruling is that we don't have clear authority that he can act on their behalf, because if he can't act on their behalf to withdraw, then I'm not a lawyer, but my assumption is he didn't have the authority to file the appeal. So I don't think that there's any risk in allowing him to withdraw this case so that it's not rescheduled, and then that conversation can continue on the next two cases.
Right. I think I would agree with that. Just withdrawing and not really making, him withdrawing it takes it off the board. And so he stated that he wants to withdraw it, so he withdraws it. Mr. Heller?
Okay. Yeah,
You're withdrawing.
that's fine. The same issue would
Well, you gotta wait till
apply
we
to-
open up, okay?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna
Okay.
let that one go. That one is withdrawn. And if it needs to be come up again, then you'll have to file it, or whoever's gonna do it. So, with that being withdrawn, I don't think we don't need any, I don't believe we need to have any vote on it, him withdrawing.
May
Okay.
I make one more comment, please?
You can.
You had said I was before the board on several other cases. I don't believe I've ever been before this board, so I don't know if you have me confused with someone or if my memory is bad.
Well, there was a Mr. Heller, I believe, that was representing, maybe they got withdrawn out before that or something, but if I'm mistaken, then just let that go. I may be
Okay, yeah,
mistaken.
because I've never been before this board. This
Okay.
is my first time.
Okay,
So
all right.
there's
We'll just
other Hellers. Not
Yeah,
many,
and
but there's a few.
that could be. Okay, so we'll just let that
Yes.
go. And we'll bring up the next docket. This is lead housing docket A 244-23 8018 Dorver Avenue.
Oh, one
That's
sec.
correct.
So for docket A 24323, he's withdrawing that at the table, correct?
That's withdrawn.
Okay, thank you. Docket 24423, application and fees are included. Notice this is another notice of lead deficiency inspection report. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. With the attorney or his or her representative, with the appellant or his or her representative, please state your name for the record.
Michael Heller.
Okay. Michael, Mr. Heller solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Okay.
Mr.
well, we
Chairman,
have-
again,
I'm sorry.
if I didn't mean to interrupt, Mr. Chairman,
You
again,
go
law
ahead.
would state its objection to the authority of filing of this application, filing of the appeal and or the representation of Mr. Heller or the property owner.
Oh, sorry. Thought you're done.
That's fine. Just want for the record to state the objection of clarification of the parties and the party roles.
Okay, very good. Mr. Heller?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt.
What's up? You're up now.
Oh, okay. I respectfully appreciate the objection, and I'm more than happy to clarify the rules. And if this board or panel wishes to continue this to another docket date, month or two out or whenever it's available, and I can clarify and or speak to Mr. Jacobson or figure out how to ensure that this is done properly, because
okay,
I just figured I could do this. But anyway, and I know obviously I'm familiar with the rules of procedure and all that business, to be sure, but I just thought this was appropriate. Anyway, that's if the board would see fit to continue it to a later date and allow me to figure it out, that would be great.
Okay, Mr. Vanover?
Mr. Chairman, I have no objection to continuing it while they're clarifying the position that Mr. Heller has, whether it be lead assessor or counsel, or I have no objection.
Okay, so Ms. Davis, can we reschedule him?
Mr. Chairman, these will more than likely be rescheduled for August 14th of 2024.
Okay, let me open up the next one. It's lead housing docket A 245-23, 15219 Utopia Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is a lead deficiency report issued on September 13th of 2023. Appeal was received September 28th of 2023. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative, please state your name for the record.
Mike Heller.
Okay, Mr. Heller solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, hold on. I think I gotta go over to Mr. Jacobson. He's probably has something to say here.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and again, law just states it's an objection due to clarification of the parties and the party roles in this matter.
Okay, then, so stated, we're gonna go ahead. Ms. Davis, same with this one, this docket, you can reschedule.
This docket will be rescheduled for August 14th of 2024.
Okay, no more action on either of these dockets will be taken. They'll be rescheduled. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone
That
else
was-
have a comment?
Yeah, that was 15219 Utopia.
Let me double check that. Let's see.
That's actually a two-family house, and it has two
Yes.
addresses, 15217 and 15219 Utopia.
Thank you.
Okay,
And frankly, there's a good chance that one will be withdrawn before August because I have a pending reapplication, but that, yeah. So anyway, but that's, we'll deal with that later.
okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
And,
we have,
okay, thanks.
okay, we have a permit extension docket A 267-23 5019 Anson Boulevard, and that has been postponed. So we'll go on to the next permit extension docket A 305-23 4694 Lee Road.
Application and fees are in order. This is a request for a permit extension. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the owners or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record.
Bertha Price.
Did you hear that, Mr. Chairman?
I did, yes. Ms. Price, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know, what the plan is here.
I got this letter, but the house is done. But they've been working on Lee Road and they work right there by my driveway. They got stuff on the curb side where my meters are. So all I have to do is get the light, water, and gas people to come out and get the inspector to come out and check. But do you have to have the light? Well, the light's already on, but the gas and water to be there before you get the people from down here to get the permit for them to come out and check it.
Okay, well, there's an issue before us on the permit that has been abandoned or suspended, and so we have to take care of that first. And then your other questions, we'll get over to Mr. Vanover and see where we're at with this whole thing. Mr. Vanover?
So, Mr. Chairman, these actions were taken in October of last year. Based on the testimony, we have no records. The inspectors have been attempting to make contact and attempting to do inspections on the properties. We have no records of inspections on the work that has been completed through the rough or final stages. Based on the appellant's testimony that the work has been completed, there's been no inspections after multiple attempts. But there is an inspection record stating that the exterior had been completed. To answer the appellant's question, yes, the gas needs to be on for the furnace to be running, and the water needs to be on, and the power needs to be on for the inspection. But I would ask that this be postponed, and that the appellant be granted, minimal time to get inspections and reach out to the inspectors. This was closed for the inability to gain entry. We left several messages and contacts for the permit holders and never received a call back.
Okay, so you kind of have your answer there. You're going to be able within, say, 30 days to get the inspector out there to inspect this? This is Ms. Price?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know who the inspector is?
No. The last one that came out, he came out like a couple years ago when he gave us the permit to turn the lights on at the property, to put the meter on. The light's been on about like almost.
1 second. Could you state your name for the record, and you will have to be sworn in if you're going to assist? I'm assuming that's your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
My name Carolyn Price.
Did you hear that, Mr. Chairman?
Yes. So we're going to have to swear you in, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying that the electric is on?
Yes, like it's been on about 3 years, over 3
Okay.
years. Yes, he passed it off on that. I submitted pictures through, tried to submit it through, I did, but I brought some extra, that the interior's all done. It been done. She just was waiting to retire before she really turned the gas on, the gas thing on. But I did call down there, and they had told me it was cut off by the streets, and we had to make an appointment for someone to come out and took the line, cause the gas hadn't been on since 2008 to next door. We live in the joint next door to each other, side by side duplex. And we got windows, everything's been basically done to the house to the inside. We was just waiting on somebody to come out to just say, just write it off. So in 30 days, or somebody come out, it's completely done. We just need somebody to come out here.
Okay, it's somebody, they definitely have to be available, and I think that all the utilities must be on in order for the inspector to do their job, so.
Right.
Mr.
Go ahead, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, as a point of clarification, it is the responsibility of the owner to Ms. Price to call every one of the inspectors to do inspections of the interior and the exterior of the property to identify what has been completed. And get inspections logged, and then while they're waiting for your final inspections, you need the gas and everything else on. But all the work that you said has been done so far needs to be inspected immediately, or else, and that's why the permits were closed, because they've never been inspected, other than the meter base to turn the power on.
Do we think 30 days is enough?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so, motion is in order, to, go May 24th, 30 days, 2024, to abate the violations and to get, inspectors out to inspect the work. And also, all of the utilities must be on.
So, discussion, would this be considered a violation or for the permit to remain open for the additional 30 days? Because this is a permit extension request.
Well, I think that the statement is that the work has been completed. It just hasn't been inspected. So I would say that we are going to allow 30 days for this to take place, in order to get to verify that it is all done.
And then, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
We don't object to a resolution to grant a 30-day extension for inspections to be conducted, and failure to meet remands it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, so that's, that'll be the motion. 30 days will extend the permit. And, then at that point, if it isn't done, isn't completed, the property will be remanded back to the Division of Building and Housing. Motion?
So moved.
Okay. Moved by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Maschke.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. You know what to do now. Go ahead and get that taken care of and you're all set.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next docket is,
Give me a
Mr.
few
Chairman.
minutes and I can assist you afterwards, okay?
okay, so we have a series of dockets. I don't know if I can just run them all by you, by numbers that are gonna be postponed. And, I'll give you that list here. We're going, docket, from these are for the bridge, docket A 309-23 through we're down through A 321-23, and then we are gonna pick back up with docket A 324-23 through, well, that's it, 326, I believe it is, 326-23 have all been postponed. 326-23, all of them have been postponed. So the rest of the dockets are postponed, correct, Ms. Davis?
That is correct.
Okay, so I believe that's all the dockets we have. And we'll have approval of resolutions, A 23623, A 5824, A 7224. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, we'll have the approval of minutes for April 10th, 2024. Are there any additions or corrections?
No.
Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Maskey.
Second.
Okay, second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Oh, is there any other official business to come before us?
No.
Then this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
You.
Two weeks. Joy, don't forget to call me.